Today, we're going to take a closer look at Meta Platforms. The company just reported earnings, and after hour, the stock is up over 11%. What I want to do on today's episode is not do a full earnings report, but more take a closer look at what this company said about the AI market and how they're going to continue to grow from here. Let's take a closer look in today's episode. So when it comes to Meta and the AI market, they do mention that they're focusing in two main areas. The first main area is the recommendation system that's pretty much being used on all their platforms from Instagram to Facebook and so on. The second is their new push on generative AI, pretty much foundation models. And these are the two markets we're going to talk a little bit more and some of the solutions they're going to bring here. But they go on to say that now more than 20% of the content in your Facebook and Instagram feeds is recommended by AI from people, groups, or accounts that you don't follow. And they do mention that AI recommendation is going really well, as it has driven more than a 24% increase in time spent on Instagram. They also talk about the metaverse market, and here they kind of try to push this narrative that Meta is forgetting about the metaverse. But Mark Zuckerberg said, hey, that's not true. These two are together. Right now, AI is what we're focusing on, but this is going to lead to what the metaverse is going to push later on. But right now, the metaverse is increasing as well. They kind of showcase some milestones. They do mention that more than 1 billion Meta avatars have now been created. They also mentioned that the number of titles in the Quest store with at least 25 million in revenue has doubled, and more than half of Quest daily actives now spend more than an hour using their devices. I honestly wish they showed a little bit more on those transparency on those Quest daily actives. Maybe they have, and if they do, let me know where I can find that in the comments below. They also mentioned that they are gearing up to launch their next generation of consumer virtual reality, the Meta Quest 3 most likely later this year at an attractive consumer price, right? So it is going to be interesting to see how that goes, especially with the overall slowdown we are seeing in the electronics consumer market at the moment. But they're still saying that that will come out later this year, probably right before the holiday season. But before we go any further, I do want to say thank you for watching the video. If you can support the channel, I have the goal of hitting 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. The first milestone is 25,000 and we're almost there. So please hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. Also, if you want to learn more about the semiconductor market, check out my membership. You should see the join button right under this video. Finally, I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode. Now, they do talk a little bit about their generative AI market or their solutions that they're going to go from here, but they're still very secretive in my opinion. They don't want to share too much information, but they do mention that in the upcoming months, they will be releasing more solutions here. So they are exploring things like chat experiences in WhatsApp and messengers. They're also working on visual creation tools for posts on Facebook and Instagrams, which can go in both the creator, the poster, but also for businesses and in the advertisement side as well. They do believe that integrating AI agents into various aspects of their platforms will provide, like I mentioned, will provide value for regular users, creating maybe some funny memes, creators like myself being able to create great products in their platforms, and then businesses being able to create very eye-pleasing ads on the platform as well. They also mentioned the opportunity of things like chatbots for small to medium-sized businesses is also a potential growth opportunity with generative AI. Now, there is another kind of push they are making here with AI that they really didn't mention at the beginning, but this is an open source push. So open source is pretty much when you kind of create some form of software and allow others to kind of just use it for free and develop on it for free. And that's the way they're going, right? They open source 3 other groundbreaking visual models this quarter, I believe. One of them was Segment Anything, Dino V2, and animated drawing tools. They also open source numerous kind of a very huge large language model, Llama, to researchers. And the reason for this is not only for them to be nice, but they do have a business business mindset here. They believe by open sourcing these AI models and tools, it will make it easier for companies to integrate with Meta's products and platforms. And it's going to help them maintain a leading edge in the industry. I think this is a very, very smart move by Meta, right? So they're creating these kind of solutions, these AI models, and it's being made on their product, right, on their back end. So then when a developer comes and develops something, it'll be very easy to integrate it to Meta's platform. So I think it's going to create a very awesome ecosystem in the AI market. And I really enjoy the way Meta is going here. I do believe an analyst kind of asked a question like, hey, why don't you kind of keep the code and everything closed and kind of sell it and monetize it? And Meta says, hey, that's not our MO. We're not a company like Amazon or like Microsoft that's trying to sell a software or anything like that. We're more trying to create an ecosystem. Finally, within this AI obviously comes some form of expense into data centers or investment into data centers. And they talked a little bit about their capital expenditure, how it kind of worked in the past and where they're looking in the future. They do mention that a couple of years ago, they asked their overall team to put together an ambitious plan to build enough capacity to support existing products and buffer capacity for major new products. So right now with this huge push in generative AI, because of that buffer room, they're able to continue to innovate and focus on these product lines without having too much of a bottleneck like we're seeing a lot of other developers seeing at the moment. And they do mention that they are obviously going to continue to invest in infrastructure, but now because they have some buffer room, they're able to kind of wait and see the actual usage and the trajectory before they determine how much future investments. For the full year, they do expect roughly 30 to 33 billion in capital expenditure, pretty much in line with prior information. But if things like the generative AI initiatives grow at dramatic levels, those numbers can increase pretty quickly. Meta's just saying that, hey, we're going to be smart on how we invest. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on how Meta is kind of talking or looking at the AI market during their earnings call. Next, I might do a video on how they're seeing the ad market. So I hope you guys enjoy. Take care. Have a good day and see you next time.